Hey, Mama, welcome back to the Special Kind of Motherhood podcast. If you are feeling worn out, stressed, or just need a moment to breathe, then this episode is for you. Today, we're going to be talking about something that often gets pushed to the back burner, and that is self-care. What if I told you that you can start taking small moments to focus on you and that it could actually help you to show up as the best version of yourself for your family? It sounds impossible, right? Stick with me because at the end of this episode, you're going to see how easy it can be to nurture yourself even on the craziest days. Let's go ahead and get started. Hey friend, welcome to the Special Kind of Motherhood podcast. If you're a busy mom looking for easy ways to live healthier, feel better, and take care of your family, you're in the right place. We're here to make healthy living easy so you can feel your best while caring for those you love the most. Let's dive in. We have all been there. You're running on empty, barely able to catch your breath, and let alone think about taking care of ourselves or what we actually need. And here's the thing, whenever we neglect ourselves, everyone in the family feels it. We are short-tempered, we are overwhelmed, and we are drained. But here's the good news. Self-care doesn't have to be this big, complicated thing. You don't need a full spa day or a weekend retreat, although let's be real, wouldn't that be really nice? Self-care for busy moms is really just all about creating those small, intentional moments and also routines that are going to make you feel like yourself again. So let's go ahead and dive in. The first thing I want to say is that you can start, number one would be start with your day with a morning moment of calm. So picture this. You wake up before the kids, the house is quiet, and the only sound is the kettle humming as it boils on the stove. You take 5 minutes to sit by the window, your eyes are closed, sipping on a warm cup of tea or coffee. You feel peace. Even just 5 minutes can set the tone for your entire day. And here's the trick. This doesn't have to be a morning thing. If you're like me, I don't love waking up early in the morning. I'm not typically a morning routine by myself. I tend to prefer in the evenings. So if your mornings are chaos, maybe it's going to be a quiet moment after the kids are in bed. Find your slice of calm wherever it fits in your specific schedule. Like I said, for me, this is going to be frequently in the evening once my kids are in bed. I will do some stretches, I will do my skincare routine, and I will listen to an audiobook or watch a movie or something like that. It really does help me to unwind for bed. It also gives me some time to reset from the day that I've already had, gets me ready to go for the next day. And if this idea feels impossible to you, maybe it's just going to be taking 5 minutes in your car. Pause this episode now and take a few minutes to just decide where could you find 5 minutes in your day to be alone and to recharge. Okay, number 2 is going to be to incorporate movement that feels good, that does not feel like a chore to do. Now, I know that we all know the benefits of exercise, but many of us don't have time for an hour at the gym. Instead, think of small, easy ways to move your body. Maybe it's dancing to your favorite song in the kitchen while you make breakfast. Maybe it's taking a brisk walk with your stroller, or it could be just stretching while your coffee brews. Movement doesn't have to be a workout. It can just be whatever feels good to you. Recently, I have added in lifting weights into my daily routine, and I'm not as consistent as I want to be, but I'm working towards that. And what I have found is that doing just a quick 5-minute weightlifting routine has been a really low stress way for me to start to try to incorporate this habit into my life and really just be able to begin cementing it as an actual habit into my daily routine. It also just helps me to just feel really accomplished and to know that I am making healthier choices, and it doesn't feel overwhelming because it's just 5 minutes. And really, we all have 5 minutes in our day that we can carve out for something like this. If you remember in episode 134, I think, we talked about the idea of taking 5-minute actions to create lasting health changes. And if you haven't listened to that episode yet, I will encourage you to go listen to it. I'll have it linked down below. That episode is going to share a bit more in detail how I'm kind of using that 5-minute activity to begin creating healthier habits. So if you're wanting to know more about that, definitely go and check that out. And then just make it your goal to create 5 minutes of fun movement into your day at least once a day. And then you could always increase the time or the frequency from there, whichever one works best for your schedule. Okay, number 3 is going to be eating healthy without the stress. Now, when it comes to eating healthy, I know that the thought of meal planning might make you break out into a sweat. Here's the thing though, self-care doesn't mean perfect meals. It's about making small, healthier swaps. So choosing almonds over chips, or maybe you're adding in a smoothie to your morning routine. These little changes can make you feel more energized without the pressure of having a perfect diet. Caring for ourselves means eating more foods that help us to feel good. So focus on one item that you eat consistently that you know makes you feel bad. Maybe it spikes your blood sugar. Maybe it makes you feel bloated, gives you brain fog. What healthier alternative could you replace that food with? Focus on that and just do one food at a time and continue to move forward from there. And that's the thing we have to remember is whenever we eat well, we feel well. And one of the best ways that we can take care of ourselves is to take care of our bodies and make sure that we are just doing the things that we know are going to help us to feel our best. Okay, number 4 is going to be to create a feel-good ritual. What is something small that you do that makes you feel good? Sometimes it can be hard for us to think of the small things that bring us joy because so often we think that we need that big spa day or an afternoon alone in order to recharge. Here are some ideas for simple things that can brighten your day. And this is going to be specific to you, but here are some things that I know work for me and also just some other ideas that I came up with. So what if you light a beeswax or a soy candle in the evening? You could try wrapping yourself up in a cozy blanket at the end of the day. Maybe you have that favorite cozy blanket. I actually have 2 of mine and I love those blankets. What about putting fresh flowers on your kitchen table? So every time you walk by, you can enjoy them. Or could be setting up a bird feeder outside of your window. We have a hummingbird feeder outside multiple windows of ours, and it is one of my favorite things. Could you watch the sunrise or the sunset? Even if it's just for a couple of minutes. Find yourself your favorite pair of cozy pajamas and cozy socks and put those on when you get home in the evening. Or you could try drinking tea from your favorite mug. Give your child or your spouse a big hug. Play a calming playlist while you cook dinner or maybe when you clean, just to make those activities more enjoyable. These little rituals can be moments where you can acknowledge that you are worth it and that you're worth the extra effort it is just to take care of yourself and just to do something that brings you joy. It's a reminder that you deserve to feel good and to be calm. These little actions can calm our nervous system, improve our mood, and also they just help us to have a greater sense of fulfillment and enjoyment in our day. Okay, number 5 is going to be to laugh every day. This is an easy one in my opinion. Just laugh. This is also one of my favorites. It just feels so good to laugh. Sharing in that laughter with others is even better. On days whenever I catch myself feeling really irritable, I will try to stop myself and then just carve out a few minutes to find something that makes me laugh until I cry. Whether it's a funny meme or a silly moment with my kids or watching some kind of a comedy thing that I really enjoy, laughter is an instant mood lifter. It's free, it's simple, and it brings joy. Make a point to laugh every day. All right, friends, so we have gone over 5 different ways that you can find small actions to take care of yourself and just to have self-care today. So what can you do today to take care of yourself? Like I said, self-care doesn't have to be some big grand thing. It's just about taking those small moments, the quiet pauses, the little gestures, the moments where you honor your own needs. It's not selfish to take care of you. It really is essential for you and also for your family's well-being. If you're feeling like you don't have time for yourself, I promise that just a few minutes a day, especially when you can do it consistently, can make a huge difference. So I just want to encourage you guys to try it out and see. Now, before I go, I just want you to think about this. How would your life change if you truly started prioritizing yourself in the same way that you prioritize your family? Let's talk about it. Come join me over on social media or over in our free Facebook community and share your thoughts. I will have all of my information linked down below so you can reach out to me. Thank you guys for listening. And remember, self-care is an act of love, not only for you, but also for your family too. I hope you guys have a wonderful week and I'll see you back next time. Hey Mama, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you take 30 seconds to share this with a friend who is wanting to live more holistically without the overwhelm? Also, don't forget to head over to Apple Podcasts to leave me a review. It blesses and encourages me to know that this show is helping you. All right, friends, it's time for me to go work in the garden and make some homemade bone broth. I will see you back next week.